Hello everyone, welcome to Indian National Junior Science Olympiad 2013 Physics Solutions. Estimate the order of magnitude of pressure in Newton per meter square exerted on the earth by an average adult human being when standing bare feet on both legs. Let the mass of an average adult be 60 kg. Weight of the adult W equal to mg, that is 600 Newton. Surface area occupied by feet A equal to 75 centimeter square, that is 75 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. Pressure is force by area, that is 600 by 75 into 10 power minus 4, which comes out to be 8 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. So the order of magnitude of pressure is 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. Three observers A, B and C measure the speed of light in vacuum from a source to be VA, VB and VC respectively. The observer A moves towards the source and observer C moves away from the source at the same speed. The observer B stays stationary. Consider the following expressions. VA greater than VB greater than VC, VA equal to VB equal to VC, VB equal to VA plus VC by 2, VB equal to root of VA VC. The correct expressions are: speed of light in vacuum C equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. As the speed of observer is negligibly small, movement of the observer does not affect the measured values. So we have VA equal to VB equal to VC. Simple mathematics show that 2, 3 and 4 are equivalent. So the correct option is D. A 2 kg ball and a 1 kg ball collide with each other. The data from their collision is shown in the table below. Here Px and Py are x and y components respectively of linear momentum. The angle between the balls after the collision is: momentum of 1 kg ball after collision is 3I minus 4j. Speed of 1 kg ball after collision is known from the formula P equal to mv, that is 1 into 3I minus 4j. Momentum of 2 kg ball after collision is 12I plus 9j. So the speed of 2 kg ball after the collision will be P equal to mv, that is 2 times 6I plus 4.5j. So the angle between the balls after the collision will be: finding the dot product of the two vectors, we find cos theta equal to 0, indicating that theta equal to 90. A monkey is holding onto one end of a light rope which passes over a frictionless pulley, and at the other end there is a plane mirror which has a mass equal to that of the monkey. At equilibrium, the monkey is able to see her image in the mirror. Consider these situations. The monkey climbs up the rope. The monkey tries to push the rope down. The monkey lets go of the rope. Under which of the above conditions does the monkey continue to see her image? Mass of the plane mirror is equal to mass of the monkey. Let the monkey be moving up with an acceleration am. We can write t minus mg equal to m into am. Let the acceleration of the mirror be a capital M. We can write mg minus t equal to m into a capital M. From the above expressions, we can see that a monkey equal to negative of a mirror. So option D is correct. A lens is held directly above a pencil lying on a floor and forms an image of it. After the lens has been moved vertically a distance equal to its focal length, it forms an image of the equal size to the previous one. If the length of the pencil is 8 cm, the length of the image is: magnification of the lens m equal to f by f plus u, where f is focal length and u is object distance. For the first position of the lens, m equal to f by f minus u, since the image is virtual. For the second position of the lens, m equal to minus of f by f minus f plus u, since the image is real. From the two expressions, f by f minus u equal to minus of f by f minus f plus u, which gives us u equal to f by 2. Magnification of the lens m equal to f by f plus u, which gives us magnification to be 2. So the magnification of the lens m equal to v by u, we have v equal to mu. From there we get the size of the image to be 16 centimeter. A steel ball is dropped from a height of 1 meter onto a horizontal non-conducting surface. Every time it bounces, it reaches 80% of its previous height. Nearly by how much will the temperature of the ball rise after 4 bounces? Specific heat capacity of the ball is 0.1 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Neglect loss of heat into the surroundings and the floor. Height from which the ball is dropped is 1 meter. Height to which the ball rises after 4 bounces is 0.8 whole power 4, that is 0.4096 meter. Since it is given that after every bounce the ball reaches 80% of the previous height. Energy lost by the ball mg of h1 minus h2, that comes out to be 5.904 joule. This energy is absorbed by the ball as heat energy. For the rise in temperature we can apply Joule's law, J equal to W by Q, from where W equal to JQ. J is equal to 1 for SI units. From there we can write Q equal to ms delta T, that is 5.904 m, that is m into 0.1 into 4200 into delta T, which gives us delta to be 0.014 degree centigrade. A circular metal washer is uniformly heated. Select the correct statements. Both its external and internal diameters increase. Its external diameter increases and internal diameter decreases. Its external diameter is unchanged and internal diameter decreases. Its external diameter increases and internal diameter is unchanged. Let small r, capital R and W be the inner radius, outer radius and width. Initial temperature W equal to R minus R. Final outer radius R final equal to R of 1 plus alpha delta T, and final inner radius small r final equal to small r of 1 plus alpha delta T. The final width W final equal to W of 1 plus alpha delta T. So we can write the final width as R final minus small r final, which gives us W of 1 plus alpha delta T. So both its external and internal diameters will increase. The correct option is A. Books A and B are made from paper of same roll. The dimensions of the book B are double that of book A. Both the books are kept with their largest area flat on a horizontal table. Select the correct statements. Volume of book B is 6 times that of book A. Pressure exerted by book B on the table is 4 times that of book A. Weight of book B is 4 times that of book A. None of the above statements is correct. Books A and B are made from paper of same roll. Dimensions of B is 2 times dimensions of A. That is, length of B is 2 times length of A. Breadth of B is 2 times breadth of A. Height of B is 2 times height of A. Volume of the book A is LA, BA, HA. Volume of book B, LB, HB, BB. That gives us volume of book B to be 8 times volume of book A. Mass of book B is 8 times mass of book A. Since density is constant, both the books are made up of same paper. Pressure exerted by book A on the table is mg by LB. Pressure exerted by book B on the table is mg LB. Since we know the relation between mass and length, we can write pressure exerted by book B on the table is 2 times pressure exerted by book A on the table. So none of the above options is correct. A hot solid at a temperature T1 is placed in a cool liquid at a temperature T2. Both acquire a common temperature T0. Then T0 equal to T1 plus T2 by 2 always. T0 is greater than T1 plus T2 by 2 if mass of the solid is greater than the mass of the liquid. T0 is greater than T1 plus T2 by 2 if a specific heat of solid is greater than specific heat of liquid. Information provided is insufficient to draw any of the above conclusions. Applying principle of calorimetry, that is method of mixtures, total heat lost equal to total heat gain. m hot s hot into delta T hot equal to m cold s cold delta T cold. On substituting the given values, we have T naught equal to m hot s hot h hot plus m cold s cold T cold by m cold s cold plus m hot s hot. So the information provided is not sufficient to draw any of the above conclusions. A 100-meter sprinter increases her speed from rest uniformly at a rate of 1 meter per second square up to 40 meter and covers the remaining distance with uniform speed. The sprinter covers the first half of the run in t1 seconds and the second half in t2 seconds. Then, speed acquired by the sprinter at 40 meter v square minus u square equal to 2as, that is v equal to 4 root 5 meter per second. Time taken to complete 40 meters s equal to ut plus half at square, which comes out to be 4 root 5 seconds. The time taken to cover 40 meters to 50 meters is s equal to vt as the sprinter is moving with uniform speed, which comes out to be root 5 by 2 seconds. Time taken to cover first half t1 equal to 4 root 5 plus root 5 by 2, which is 4.5 root 5 seconds. Time taken to cover 50 meters to 100 meters is s equal to vt2, that is 50 equal to 4 root 5 into t2, which comes out to be 2.5 root 5 seconds. So t1 is greater than t2, so the first option is correct option. Rain is falling vertically with a speed of 1.7 meter per second. A girl is walking with a speed of 1 meter per second in northeast direction. To shield herself, she holds her umbrella, making an approximate angle theta with the vertical in certain direction. Then, speed of rain is 1.7 meter per second vertically downward. Speed of the girl 1 meter per second in northeast direction, that is horizontal. From the diagram we can see tan theta equal to v girl by v rain, which comes out to be 30 degrees. So to shield herself, she holds her umbrella, making an angle approximately 30 degrees with respect to vertical in northeast direction. The atmospheric pressure on the Earth's surface is Pa Newton per meter square. A table of area 2 meter square is tilted at 45 degrees to the horizontal. The force on the top surface of the table due to the atmosphere is in Newton. The atmospheric pressure on the Earth's surface is Pa Newton per meter square. Force on the top surface of the table F equal to P into A, that is Pa into 2, that is 2Pa. Fluid pressure always acts perpendicular to the surface irrespective of the orientation of the surface. So the correct option is A. The ratio of size of the atom to size of the nucleus is typically size of the atom Ra equal to 10 power minus 10 meter, that is 1 Armstrong unit, estimated from kinetic molecular theory of gases. Size of the nucleus R nucleus equal to 10 power minus 15 meter, that is 1 Fermi, estimated from Rutherford's alpha ray scattering experiment. Taking the ratio, we have R atom to R nucleus as approximately 10 power 4. A mixture of 50 gram of ice and 50 gram of water, both at 0 degree centigrade, is kept in a calorimeter of water equivalent to 22 gram. 30 gram of steam is slowly and uniformly passed through this mixture, neglecting exchange of heat to the surroundings. Final temperature of the mixture and mass of the contents in the calorimeter is. Initial contents is 50 grams of ice and 50 grams of water at 0 degree centigrade. Water equivalent of the calorimeter is 22 gram. Mass of the steam used is 30 gram. The quantity of heat required to increase the temperature of the contents and the calorimeter to 100 degrees centigrade is Q equal to ml plus ms delta T plus ms delta T. First part is for water and the second part is for calorimeter. Upon substituting the values, we get Q equal to 16,200 calorie. Amount of steam that condenses, Q equal to ml, that is 16,200 equal to m into 540, which comes out to be 30 gram. So The final temperature of the mixture is 100 degrees centigrade and 130 gram water is present in the calorimeter. In a heating experiment in which heat is supplied at a steady rate, it was noted that the temperature of the liquid in a beaker rose at 4 Kelvin per minute just before it began to boil, and 40 minutes later all the liquid has boiled away. Numerical ratio of specific heat capacity to specific latent heat in the same system of units for this liquid is: time taken for water to boil off is 40 minutes. Let the mass of water be m. Rate of increase in temperature d theta by dt is 4 Kelvin per minute. Since heat is supplied at a steady rate, dq by dt is constant. Rate of heat supplied to the liquid during rise of temperature dq by dt is ms d theta by dt, that is 4 ms. For boiling of the liquid, dq equal to ml, so dq by dt equal to 4 into ms, that implies ml by 40 equal to 4 ms, which gives the ratio of specific heat to latent heat as 1 by 160. The natural voices of men, women and children are different and can be distinguished. A student makes 3 hypotheses. The amplitudes of sound emitted by them are different. The vocal cords are of different sizes. The vocal cords vibrate with different frequencies. The correct option is: the male vocal cords are between 17 mm and 25 mm in length. The female vocal cords are between 12.5 mm to 17.5 mm long. The children's vocal cord are between 2.6 mm to 7.8 mm long. So, the correct option is B. On a hot, dry summer day, a boy is standing between plain parallel vertical cliffs separated by 75 meter. He is 30 meter away from one of the cliffs. Consider speed of sound in air on that hot day to be 360 meter per second. The boy claps loudly and hears its successive echoes. The time in seconds at which he hears the first 4 echoes are respectively: time taken for the first echo t1 equal to 60 by 360, that is 1 by 6 seconds. Time taken for the second echo t2 equal to 90 by 360, that is 1/4 of the second. Time taken for the third echo t3 equal to 1 by 4 plus 60 by 360, that comes out to be 5 by 12 seconds. Time taken for the fourth echo t4 equal to 1 by 6 plus 90 by 360, which comes out to be 5 by 12 seconds. So the correct option is A. A load that has a resistance of 10 ohm is to be connected to a constant voltage 120 volt. Desired variation in the current through the load is from 3 ampere to 5 ampere. The resistance and the current range of the rheostat should be: minimum current through the circuit I equal to V by R plus 10, that is 3 equal to 120 by R plus 10, which gives us R equal to 30 ohm. Maximum current through the circuit I equal to V by R plus 10, that is 5 equal to 120 by R plus 10, which gives us the value of resistance to be 14 ohm. So the resistance range of the rheostat is 14 to 30 ohm and the current range of the rheostat is 0 to 5 ampere. Point charges Q1 equal to plus 1 microcoulomb and Q2, whose magnitude is 64 by 27 microcoulomb, are fixed 5 meter apart along a vertical line, with Q1 being at the lower position. These two charges together are able to hold an oil drop of mass 1 microgram and charge capital Q stationary when it is 3 meter away from Q1 and 4 meter away from Q2. The sign of the charge Q2 and the value of Q are respectively. In order to balance the weight of the oil drop, Q2 should be negative so that the downward weight is balanced. For the equilibrium of the oil drop, applying Lamè's theorem, we get mg by sin 90 equal to f1 by sin 90 plus theta equal to f2 by sin 180 minus theta. By substituting the values, we obtain capital Q equal to 6 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb, that is 6 picocoulomb. So the correct option is D. A cubical box of height h and mass m floats upright in a liquid of density rho in position 1 as depicted in the figure. When a downward force of magnitude F is applied on the top of the block moves down through a distance y with some part of the block being still above the liquid in position 2 as shown in figure. The force F is now suddenly removed so that the block starts moving up. Neglect the effect of viscosity throughout the motion. Which of the following statements are correct? First statement, at position 1, the vertical distance from the surface of the liquid to the bottom of the block is m by h square rho. Let x be the required height. Applying equilibrium condition, gravitational force equal to buoyancy force. mg equal to v liquid into rho liquid into g, which gives us x equal to m by h square rho. So it is correct. After the removal of force F, the upward velocity of the block continuously increases until it reaches position 1. Once the downward force is removed, the upward buoyancy pushes the block up. As the buoyancy force is proportional to depth, it acts on the block till the block reaches equilibrium position, that is to position 1. So statement 2 is also correct. Let W be the weight of the block. Upthrust U experienced by the block is plotted against upward distance d travelled by the block from position 2 until it reaches position 1. Select the option showing the correct nature of the graph. Weight, that is gravitational force of the block, is constant. Upthrust experienced by the block U equal to V into rho into G. Volume can be written as area of cross section into height, so U is proportional to Y. So the upward thrust decreases uniformly with Y, so the correct option is B. Solar surface radiates energy uniformly at a rate of 4 into 10 power 26 watt. This energy spreads or distributes uniformly and normally outward. Consider Earth and Sun to be spherical object. The amount of radiant energy received by the Earth per second is nearly. Intensity of radiation at Earth's surface, I equal to power by area, that is 4 into 10 power 26 by 4 pi r square, which comes out to be 1.4 into 10 power 3 watt per meter square. Energy received by the Earth per second, that is nothing but power, equal to intensity into projected area, that is power equal to 1.4 into 10 power 3 into pi into r square. Radius of the Earth is 6400 km, which comes out to be approximately 1.75 into 10 power 17 watt. A solar cooker used for heating water has a solar panel of effective area 1 meter square. Only 10% of the energy received by the solar panel is utilized for heating the contents. Time taken by this solar cooker to heat 1 liter of water from 30 degrees centigrade to 80 degrees centigrade is nearly. Amount of heat required to heat water, Q equal to ms delta T, that is 1 into 4200 into 80 minus 30, which comes out to be 2.1 into 10 power 5 joule. Effective area of the solar cooker is 1 meter square. Let the energy to be incident on the cooker be X. Then 10% of X equal to 2.1 into 10 power 5, from which we get X equal to 2.1 into 10 power 6 joule. Solar constant S is the solar energy incident on unit surface area per unit time. So S equal to X by AT, from which we get T equal to X by A into S. By putting the values, we have time equal to 25 minutes. Astronomers have discovered a planet orbiting a nearby star. It is estimated that the mass of this planet is 16 times that of the Earth and its density is 1/4 of that of the Earth. Assume that the planets are spheres of uniform density. If your weight on the Earth is 1000 Newton, then your weight on this planet would be. Mass of the planet is 16 times mass of the earth. Density of the planet is 1/4 of the density of the earth. Acceleration due to gravity on the earth g equal to gm by r square, which can be rearranged as 4 by 3 pi g into r into d, where we have written mass equal to volume into density, which is equal to k times d power 2 by 3 m power 1 by 3. Acceleration due to gravity on the planet is g planet equal to k times d by 4 power 2 by 3 16 m whole power 1 by 3. By taking the ratio, we have g planet equal to g times 4 power 2 by 3 by 4 power 2 by 3, which is equal to g. So the weight on the planet is also equal to 1000 Newton. The absolute refractive index of a medium P is 1.5. When light is incident on an interface between medium P and medium Q at an angle of incidence of 30 in medium P, the angle of refraction theta, where sin theta equal to 7 by 20. The speed of light in medium Q is given by. Apply Snell's law for the interface between P and Q. N1 sin theta 1 equal to N2 sin theta 2. 1.5 sin 30 equal to N2 into 7 by 20, from which we get N2 equal to 15 by 7. Speed of light in the medium equal to C by N, that is 3 into 10 power 8 by 15 by 7, which comes out to be 7 by 5 into 10 power 8 meter per second.